So welcome everyone. So let's begin lying down. So you can lay down on your mat. I'm going to stay seated, but you can lay down in whatever way is comfortable for you, in Shavasana or in constructive rest pose with your knees bent, feet flat on the floor. You can bring your knees together if that's more comfortable in constructive rest pose, and use whatever props you like to use. Use no props if you like. You decide. And so make yourself comfortable. Make any little adjustments to your body so that you feel connected to the earth. Close your eyes if that's comfortable. And in your own time, take 3 deep inhalations and exhalations. And at the bottom of your first exhale, feel yourself landing in the space that you're in. And at the bottom of your second exhale, feel yourself grounding down into the earth and onto your mat. And at the bottom of your third exhalation, feeling yourself tuning in to your inner space and to your body. Letting go of your day and embracing this present moment. Connecting with the present moment by beginning to witness your breath and allowing the breath to be natural. You need to control the breath. It's beginning to observe the presence of breath in your body. Noticing its location. Noticing the sensation of your breath in your body. And noticing any other sensations in your body. Noticing any surface tension on your skin. Beginning to let go of any tension in your muscles. So feel your bones becoming heavy and allow the muscles to relax around the bones. So we hold so much tension in our bodies. The next 75 minutes is about witnessing these blockages, hardness, the rigidity in the body, acknowledging it, creating space in the tissues, removing blockages, and allowing the energy in the body to flow more smoothly, more clearly. Using your breath to help enhance the flow of energy through the body. Feel the breath in your low belly. Maybe even placing your hands on your low belly. To feel your belly inflate on your inhales and deflate on your exhales. We'll take one last deep inhale through the nose. Hold at the top. Then open your mouth and let it go with a sigh. Begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes. And draw your knees into your chest. And just hold here for a few breaths, releasing your low back. And then slowly rolling over to one side and making your way back up into a seated position. So you can clear your bolster off your mat, and we'll come into a cross-legged position. So let's start with the left leg in front. And you can have a block or two handy in case you want to rest your head on your block. So let's just begin by drawing the heavens down. So inhale and reach the arms up. Exhale and release the hands down the front side of the body. And again, inhale and exhale down. Inhale, exhale, and we'll begin to fold forward. So folding forward, reaching the fingertips forward, maybe beginning to bring the elbows towards your mouth. Option to use a block at any height to support your head. Or simply allowing the head to come forward in space. We're feeling a stretch through the outer hips. Maybe a little bit more in the left side. And feeling a stretch through your spine. Feeling nice, even flexion from your tailbone to the crown of your head. And settle into the shape. Connect with your breath. And connect with sensation. Relax wherever you can relax. Relax the shoulders. Relax the arms. Relax the muscles in your face and your jaw. Your breath. The tips of your nostrils flowing in and out smoothly, evenly. Take 3 more breaths. And slowly start to press your hands into the floor, straightening your elbows, and walking the hands back. Just lean back on your hands, lift your heart up towards your chin. Maybe let the head fall back in space if that feels safe for your neck. And return the chin to the chest, and we'll do the other side. So crossing the legs the opposite way, bringing the right leg in front. Inhaling the arms up. Exhale down. And begin to walk the fingertips forward, using a prop under your head if you like, or you can use stacked fists, resting your head on your fists or on stacked hands. Noticing where you feel the pull in your body, through your outer hips maybe, through your low back. And soften wherever you can soften. Breathing space into your gluteal muscles, into your hip joints. And whenever your mind drifts off into thought, a story, gently acknowledge the thought and guide your awareness back to this moment, back to your body, and back to your breath. Let's take 3 more breaths. And slowly start to uncurl the spine, one vertebra at a time, walking the hands back in, uncurling the spine. And just taking a moment here, breathe in through the nose, release it through the mouth. And again, inhale and exhale. Release the legs, extend the legs long, and just take a moment and lean back on your hands and move your hips from side to side. And come into a twist. So we'll bring the right leg forward. So I'm doing the opposite to you. Right leg forward and left leg back. And if you can, see if you can bring your legs into 2 90-degree angles. If that doesn't work, just adjust the shape. So just bring the feet closer in towards the body if that's more comfortable, but working towards 2 90-degree angles. a block handy on your right side. Take an inhale, and on the exhale, begin to walk your fingertips over to the right. So coming to the outside of your right thigh, staying on tented fingertips, and just noticing the sensations in your body here, through the spine, through the low back. You have an option to come down a little lower towards the floor if you like. You can come down onto your hands, maybe come down onto your forearms. Use a block if you like to rest your head. If coming down to your forearms is too much, just stay on your hands. Stay on your tented fingertips. Feeling this through your waist, through even into your obliques. And notice where you're holding tension. And consciously begin to soften the muscles. You might find that your body just naturally comes a little lower when you relax. And whenever the body opens up, it may or may not today, you can come a little lower, resting your head on your hands. And if you want to go even deeper, use a block under your head and slide your left hand behind your right shoulder, coming onto the back of your left shoulder, then resting your head on your block. So only come into this deeper twist if you're familiar with this shape already and you've been here before. Perfectly fine to stay resting your head on your hands or your block. Letting go of tension in your glutes, relaxing your legs. Now let's take 3 more breaths. Very slowly, mindfully, start to straighten your arms, carefully walk the hands back to center, and we'll switch legs. So left leg comes front, right leg goes behind. Take your block with you, just place it on your left side. And your sides will be different. So if this side feels different, just make any adjustments. Bring your feet closer to your body if needed. Take a deep inhale into the spine. And on your exhale, begin to twist, looking over your left shoulder. Both hands come to the outside of your left thigh. And just pause here on your fingertips and take a few breaths. Just noticing where you feel this in your body. Beginning to soften. So soften your glutes, soften your legs. And then maybe coming down onto your forearms. Using the block under your head if you like to begin. Again, perfectly fine to stay up on your hands. Just listen to your body. Make sure that you're not going beyond your body's edge. So just find your edge and breathe there until you feel a shift. And when you feel a shift, a lengthening, an opening, then you can maybe go deeper. if you're taking this side a little deeper, coming into the twist, the deeper twist, slide your right hand behind your left elbow, use your block under your head, and turn to look towards the left. Let's take 3 more breaths. And slowly start to press the floor away from you, walking the hands back in towards the body, and then unwind your spine. Release the back leg forward and just lean back on your hands and take a little break and relax. Hug your knees in towards your chest and give yourself a hug, rounding out your spine. And make our way down onto our belly for Sphinx pose. Come down onto the belly and catch opposite elbows so that your elbows aren't winging out to the side and they're the right distance apart. Your hands can stay like this, or you can have your forearms parallel to each other. Beginning by noticing the compression in your lumbar spine. And then relax the legs. Relax your glutes. And feel your pelvis like an anchor, anchoring your body to the earth. And consciously press the floor away from you with your forearms. Lift the heart up between the shoulder blades. And then relax the belly towards the floor. Feel your spine draping towards the floor. If this feels too intense, if this is too much of a back bend, simply walk the elbows forward or even come all the way down. You're still in extension, even with your head all the way on the floor. So just adapt the pose so that you feel comfortable and safe. Just feeling a squeeze at your lumbar spine. Your lumbar area, massage. And alternatively, if this isn't enough for you, 2 options. You can separate your knees, bend the knees and bring the toes together. Or you can take seal, so keeping the legs about hip distance apart, separate the hands, press down into the hands, lift the elbows off the floor. And because this is a yin shape, it's okay for the shoulders to rise up. It's you can do it with the shoulders down. It's just a little more power and strength involved. And in yin, we're just aiming to hang loose and soft and relaxed. Bringing some more awareness to our breath, adding directional breath. So on your inhalations, Draw the breath and the energy down your spine. And on the exhales, feel the breath traveling up your spine to the crown of your head. Inhaling, breath down. Exhaling, the breath back up. Keep going. Relax your face. Relax your legs and your glutes. If you're in seal and it becomes too intense, by all means, just lower the elbows or walk the hands away from the body. Take breaks when you need to. And your spine becoming more flexible, more mobile. Three more breaths. Lowering the shins if they're up, lowering the elbows slowly. And making a pillow with your hands, rest your forehead on your hands. And take a moment to relax, rest. And your hips a little wobble from side to side. And draw one knee up along the floor to hip height and look towards that same knee. Just a little extra release for your low back. And bring your leg back to meet the other one, and we'll press back into child's pose to release our spine. So keep the knees together if you can, and the big toes together. And we've been in a deep back bend, so just take your time coming down, bringing your forehead either to a block if the floor is too far away, or to the floor. And let's have the arms alongside the body so that we can really let go between shoulder blades. Feeling the release through the whole spine, especially the low back. Keep your chin slightly tucked in towards your chest to prevent your neck from sinking. Keeping an even flexion through the whole spine. Relaxing the heads of the shoulders towards your mat. The shoulder blades spread apart, open up, release. Relax your face. Feeling some compression in your belly, your stomach. Noticing how the pose affects your breathing. Coming back to your breath, whenever your mind wanders off, allowing it to center you, anchor you in this moment. Take 3 more breaths. Let's breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth, and 2 more just like that. Bring your hands under the heads of your shoulders, tuck your chin in towards your chest, and slowly start to unfurl your spine. Come all the way up. Take a deep breath at the top. Let it all go through the mouth. And 1 more deep breath. And release. Okay, so we'll come into swan and continue to open up the glutes and the hips. So 2 options. The first option, if you know you have quite tight hips, is to come into that same 90-90 position with your legs and simply fold forward over your front thigh, using a block under your head if needed. If you want to come into full swan, we'll keep the back legs straight. So come into your tabletop position, slide your right knee forward, and begin to move the right foot over towards the left, any amount towards the top of your mat. Begin to move back leg, back knee back. And if you've got a blanket or a cushion, you can slide your cushion or blanket underneath your right hip to fill the gap between the floor and your body, if there is a gap. Come onto tented fingertips and feel a nice stretch through your hip flexors if you're in swan. Otherwise, take deer with the back leg bent. And we'll begin to fold forward. So coming down onto the forearms, coming down onto the hands, or onto a block. Make sure if you're in full swan that your frontal hip bones are facing down towards the floor. The top of your left thigh is facing down to keep your hips level. And if you don't feel this enough in your body, you can just move your right foot closer towards the top of your mat, and that will add more external rotation to your hip and more stretch in your glute. Soften your shoulders. Relax your face. And breathe space. Breathe love into your right hip, right glutes. And your breath be natural. Allow your breath to breathe you. Relax the jaw. Noticing whenever the body has a phase shift and you feel like you can come a little lower, maybe even bringing your head right down onto your mat or just lowering the height of your block a level. And slowly start to press your hands into the floor, straightening the arms, coming up onto tented fingertips once more. Lift your heart. And plant the hands, tuck the toes if you're in swan, and just release the leg. Feel free to take a down dog if you like, otherwise just step the right foot back, release the knee, release the hip. Good. And just take a couple of cat-cows here. So inhale and drop the belly button towards the floor, lift the sit bones, look up. Exhale, tailbone drops, belly button lifts, crown of the head drips towards the floor, spreading between the shoulder blades. Inhale into cow. Squeezing the shoulder blades. Exhale into cat. Spreading the shoulder blades. And one more cycle. And come back to your neutral spine and slide the left knee forward and slide the right knee back. Move your blanket or your cushion to your left side and just adjust the left foot so that you're getting a sufficient stretch through your left hip and through your left glute. Coming onto tented fingertips and squaring off your hips. Top of the right thigh is facing towards the floor. Slowly walk forward. Coming into both knees bent. If you were in deer on the other side, come into deer on this side as well. Maybe starting off with a block under your head. And softening the shoulders, relaxing the arms. Connect with your breath. Connect with your body. Keeping your attention on the sensations you're experiencing. And every exhale be an opportunity for letting go, relaxing a little closer towards the floor, maybe reducing the height of your block. Make sure that your front knee feels safe. If you're feeling any kind of twinginess here, see if you can flex the foot to reduce any pressure in your inner knee. Take 3 more breaths. And really slowly start to come out, pressing the hands into the floor, straightening your elbows, walking the hands in towards you. Come on to tented fingertips, lift the heart. And take your prop out from under your hip and just carefully release the front leg, and either taking a down dog or simply stepping your left leg back. Release your left leg. And come back to a seated position with your legs out in front. And we'll come into a forward fold. So you have 2 options. One, you can come into caterpillar. So caterpillar is with the legs straight. If your hamstrings are really tight, use a bolster underneath your thighs. Separate the thighs and then fold forward between the thighs. You can also take butterfly. So you choose if you want to take butterfly with the knees out to the side, soles of the feet together, or have the legs straight. And instead of using a bolster, if you don't want to use that, you can use your blocks. So whether you're coming into butterfly or caterpillar, you can use your blocks to support the head. So I'm going to take butterfly, but feel free to do the straight leg version if you prefer. Using a blanket under your hips if you need it as well. If you're sitting back on your sit bones whilst you're in a seated position, just slide a cushion underneath your hips so that your spine stays long. Finding a comfortable position, letting the palms be face up. And relaxing shoulders. Relax the mouth. So letting everything drip and melt towards the mat. And whenever you feel a release in the body, you don't have to wait for my cue to come a little deeper. Just listening to your body. Maybe now, maybe in a minute or so, you want to come a little deeper. Feel free to come deeper at any point. Relax your legs. And stretch along your whole spinal column. And watch your belly as it rises and falls with every cycle of breath. Feeling round and soft and like a rag doll. Take 3 more breaths. Turn your palms to face down. Start to walk the hands back in towards your hips. Straighten the legs if they're bent. And come all the way down onto your back. And just rest here on your back and relax. Feel the rebound. Release breath through your mouth if you like. Feeling new sensations in your body. And the release of energy, the flow of energy through your hips, your spine, your legs. Reach the arms above the head. Stretch the body long. Reach through the heels, reach through the fingertips. And then begin to walk the feet over towards the left corner of your mat. Walking until you feel a pull through the right waist, the right hip, cross the right ankle over the left, and begin to move your upper body the same direction. So walking the upper body towards the left. You can catch your right wrist with your left hand, or you can catch opposite elbows. And feeling a nice side body stretch through the whole right side. Even getting into the gluteal muscles, the glute medius, obliques, intercostals. And breath in your belly. Softening the face. Relax your feet. Relax your legs. Relax your shoulders and your arms. Three more breaths. Carefully uncross the ankles and slowly walk the feet back to center. Walk your upper body back to center. Stretch the body long. And hug your knees in towards your chest. Release your low back. Feel free to rock from side to side. Giving your back. A little massage. And we'll do the other side. So releasing the feet to the floor. Stretch your body long. And begin to walk the feet over to the bottom right corner of your mat. Keep walking the feet over, keeping the hips where they are. And when you start to feel that first pull through the left side, cross your left ankle over your right and begin to move the upper body to the top right-hand corner. So feeling, turning yourself into a banana shape, touching the left wrist with the right hand. If you've gone too far, just unwind your shape a little so that you're more comfortable. And then see where you can relax. So relaxing your feet, relax your legs, your glutes, relax your upper body and your face. And breathe. Make sure your hips are level on the floor and your upper back is resting on the floor. Feel the points contact between your body and the floor. Let's take 3 more breaths. Carefully uncross your ankles. Slowly walk your feet back to center. Then move your upper body back to center. Squeeze your knees in towards your chest and release your low back. Making circles, rocking from side to side, doing whatever feels good, or simply holding in stillness. Extend the heels to the sky, point and flex your feet. Rotate your ankles one way. Rotate your ankles the other way. Place your hands wherever they're comfy, on your belly or alongside the head, wherever is comfortable for you. If this shape doesn't work for you, for whatever reason, just keep the feet on the floor, come into constructive rest pose with the feet wide, knees together. Relax your upper body. Feel your shoulder blades flat on your mat. And then one knee, and the other knee. Release the feet to the floor. And we'll close with a twist. We'll cross your right leg over your left and lift your hips, shift them over to the right, and guide your knees over to the left. Bring your arms into a T shape. If this twisted roots variation is too much of a twist, simply uncross the legs, stack the knees, stack the ankles, and modify your twist according to your body's needs. And guiding the right shoulder towards the mat. Maybe guiding the knees towards the floor if you want to place your left hand on the outside of your right knee. Feel free to do that. Just being careful with your body. Wringing out your body, wringing out the spine, wringing out all your digestive organs, giving your spine and your belly massage, squeeze. Relax your feet. Relax both your legs, especially the inner thighs. Relax the muscles around your hips. Relax your heart space. Relax your eyelids. And your next inhale, if your legs are crossed, carefully uncross the legs and slowly bring one knee back at a time, back to center. Release the feet to the floor, recenter the hips, and reach the body long. Lengthen the legs, reach the arms above the head, stretch out your spine. And release the arms down by your side, and just take a moment before we do the other side. Feeling the rebound and the release of energy. Bend your knees. This time we'll cross the left leg over the right. Lift your hips and shift your hips a little bit over to the left. Guide your legs over to the right. Reach through the fingertips, so bring the hands to shoulder height, arms in a T shape, or if you don't have the space, into a cactus shape. And again, you can uncross the legs if twisted roots is too deep of a twist, stacking the knees and the ankles. Feeling spreading across the low back and opening across the low back. Feeling the twist in your spine. Opening through your heart and your armpit area. Relax your face. Relax your legs and your feet. Breathing softly, naturally. Notice where you can soften, dropping a little deeper into yourself and continuing to release. One more breath. Carefully uncross the legs. Bring your knees slowly back to center and your hips back to center. Stretch your body long. Hug your knees in towards your chest and make any movements that feel good. Make circles, reversing direction, rock from side to side. And squeeze yourself right up into a little ball. See if you can bring your nose to your knees. And then we'll release into Shavasana. We'll, using whatever props you like to use, you can slide a bolster underneath the thigh side of the knees if you like to help support your low back. Use a blanket, a folded blanket underneath your head for a pillow, or use the blanket over your body if you need some extra coziness. Lift your upper back and slide the shoulder blades together and down away from the ears so that the shoulder blades are resting flat on your mat. Let the feet be wide, arms away from the body, back of the neck long. Chin is slightly lower than your forehead. And relax the soles of your feet, the tops of your feet, your ankles, shins, calves. Relax your knees, your thighs, your glutes. Relax the low back, the mid back, upper back. Relax your low belly, your stomach, heart space. Relax your shoulders, your upper arms, elbows, forearms, wrists, tops of your hands, palms of your hands, fingers, thumbs. Relax the sides of your neck, back of your neck, your throat. Let your lips part slightly, releasing the tongue from the top palate. Soften your inner ears. Relax your eyelids, your eyeballs. Feel your eyes drifting back into their sockets. Relax the space between your eyebrows. Skin on your forehead. Relax your brain when it falls to the back of your head. Relax your scalp. Feel yourself dissolving, merging into the ocean oneness. Feeling connected to the all. Feeling one with each other, one with the earth, one with the universe. Slowly begin to deepen your breath. Breathing more life back into your body. Begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Gently rock your head from side to side. Rotate your wrists and your ankles a few times one way, a few times the other way. And if you're using a bolster under your thighs, bend the knees, push the bolster away from you with your feet. And give yourself one last long stretch. Inhaling to reach and exhaling to bend the knees, roll over onto your side, use your arm as a pillow, and just take a moment on your side before coming up. And slowly start to make your way up back into the seated position. Find a block or a folded blanket or cushion to sit up on. And settle your sit bones into your prop or the floor. Rest your hands comfortably on your legs. Lift up tall through your spine, reaching up through the crown of the head. Close your eyes. Stay connected to your breath. Take a moment to notice how you feel, body, mind, and spirit. Notice your energy. Without pinning it down, just allowing it to be whatever it is, and gently witnessing it. Let's bring the palms together and rub the hands together firstly, creating a little fire between your palms. And cup your palms over your eyes, soothing your frontal lobe, soothing your eyes. Release the hands down the face and the neck, back to your heart. Come into your prayer position. Lift your heart up into your thumbs. Bow your head to your heart. Taking a moment to thank yourself for taking the time to nourish and tend to your body, your heart, and your soul. And taking this feeling with you into the rest of your evening. The light in me bows to the light in you. Namaste.